Hello, and welcome to another episode of Journey Towards Freedom. In this episode, I will focus a little bit more on the important method that we can utilize to extract truth, to learn how to think, or to learn how we can learn, to understand the process of learning, obtaining wisdom and available information. I was bashing how school do it poorly, how school teaches you to not apply critical thinking to anything they point at you, that any information they give you, you need to treat as a truth. In this and few next episodes, I would like to focus a little bit on Trivium Method, as it's an important way for us to learn, to think, to extract truth and learn, and then apply it with the wisdom. So that's if something that we can learn ourselves, we can learn our children whenever we want. With this knowledge, we can manipulate and change the world in the way we want, in the order manner. So let's go and I show you a little diagram, flow of what the Trivium method is all about. It's not really complicated, but as far as I have seen, not many people know about this method, even less people understand it, and barely anyone even uses this method to actually gain some kind of the wisdom. So, where do we start? We will be going from the left to right. So everything starts with available information. These are only information that are available anywhere from us, being from books, from some podcasts, from other people, experiences, anything that's available comes into the first circle called grammar, knowledge, or just an input. It usually just answers the following, one of the following, or few of the following four questions. Who, what, when, and where. So this is basically just about gathering facts, informations, something that already happened in the past. It's not about the future, the present. It's usually just about the past, of gathering as much information as we can so that we can then use it in the next process, in the next step. And the next step is called logic, understanding, or processing. And it tries to answer the question why. Why particular event, why particular behavior, or in fact, or something in the past happened? What was the reason? What was the cause and root cause for this? In this step, we try to filter out anything that is bad, anything that is wrong, doesn't fit the given area that we are trying to learn about, gain expertise on. Can filter anything, which we can check. We can check with basic logic, with available information, what stands out, what is not available, what works and what doesn't work. So that's why it's important to have as much knowledge, gather as much available information as possible. Because without this, we will not be able to properly extract truth, to get the understanding that we need. We can come to a wrong conclusion, that something which is not true is actually true. And then we will be acting based on this. So that's why it's so important to gather this step. Both these steps we can compromise to causality, to understanding what, who, what, when, where, and why it happened. Why is an important question that we should be asking for any information, anything that comes is some kind of a stimulus for us. After we extract and leave any information that was false, any information that was just a lie, we should be obtaining the truth. And with this truth, we can act. So this is applying all this logic and understanding, third and last step, called rhetoric, wisdom, or just output. This is how answering what we do with the knowledge we have gathered. It answers the simple question, how. How we want to make a change, how we want to preserve it, what are we doing with this, all this processed knowledge that we have attained. And it produces some kind of the result in the real 3D world. Or it just goes back to us as a feedback. If something went wrong, the output is not something we desired, maybe we were lacking some kind of knowledge, we have to reorganize or rethink, restart the whole process again. It will be also feedback for other people, so they can learn on our experiences. So the result, if we go and apply that, gather all the available information correctly, process them to obtain the right wisdom, the output, the result, will be order. Everything we will do to change or to maintain the future will be predictable, will be ordered, we will come to a better place. But if for some example we miss, we will forget one of the steps, we will not use logic, we'll just gather information and act as they are truth and go back straight to the rhetoric, the result can be chaotic. We cannot predict now how to act in the world without having a proper understanding. Same goes if we lack grammar. If we have no knowledge and we try to act on this, the result will always be chaos. There will be no order because we don't know what we are doing. We are just acting on our instincts, on our emotions. We do not apply the whole process of Trivium Method into our hand. And so this is why it's so important to actually learn this method. Without this, we will never be able to get closer to a freedom. If we are missing information, we are unable to process them in ourselves to know that something is true, not believe, not someone told me, but really know that our thoughts, that our mind, that whatever we have gathered the information, they are the truth. Then we can spread it, then we can act on it. Let's take morality. For example, if we gather all the informations about the morality, we process them. So we know what actions are moral or what actions are immoral, then we can act in the world. We can produce the results that will be moral or immoral. If we act morally, then the world will be in the order. If we act mostly immoral, then the result will be a chaos. You can check it for yourself. So that's why this Trivium Method is important. And you can use it not only for morality, you can use it for any field of knowledge you want to learn something, for any kind of expertise you are working on. This is the very simple process, but let me show you another example. How does it work? Maybe a little bit more, let's say with 3D. So I'll see you in a few seconds. Okay, welcome back to our little experience, testing this out and showing you how a Trivium Method can work. This little rock, that is a little rough, it's not properly done, is our grammar. This is all available information, available knowledge that we can obtain, that we have obtained. As you see, with our Totoro acting as our action, if we try to place and perform actions based on the knowledge, just from gathering some kind of the knowledge, without understanding what is true and what is not true, it will fall. It will produce some chaotic results. It will fall to one side, sometimes it will be standing still, meaning it will perform correct action, and sometimes it will fall to this side, to that side, maybe a little bit to the back, to the front. So this information is important, but without the second step, so applying the processing, we will be performing chaotic results. So we have to apply logic step and turn this little pile of available information into something that is processed and polished. So this is our truth. This is our understanding of all the knowledge we have gathered. We removed everything that is wrong, everything that is false. We now understand. And now anytime we try to use our rhetoric on this, it will always end in the same predictable result. It will be an order. See, there is no way for Totoro to now fall off randomly. We know exactly where and when and how to work with the knowledge we have gained. So what happens if we have no knowledge at all? We will. See, if you act without any knowledge, you will fall off directly. You will always perform work in chaos. There's no way for you to work without any knowledge to have an order, good results. Let's not hurt our little tutorial anymore and go back. I will see you back in our regular mode soon. Okay, welcome back. So I hope you gained a bit of an understanding of how our Trivium method process flow works, and you can now start applying this in your daily life and start to be a better person, to gain wisdom on the topics you are interested in, or you find valuable for you to grow, to attain freedom, to understand the current situation and the condition of the world. I will see you in the next episode when I will try and dive deep a little bit on each of these little three circles, right? The next episode will focus on the grammar in gathering information and how it's an first and important step of the Trivium process. Hope you liked it. If you want more materials from me, visit me on studentofreedom.com, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.